What else are you looking at today? What's your point?
All right, well, speaking of the internet, later this month, a January 6th defendant named David Ryan will be on trial here in Washington, D.C. His case is not a sympathetic one, but that's really the point. Power grabs succeed by picking low-hanging fruit. And this particular power grab is happening very fast. Wired brought attention to Ryan's case in late November, noting how a filing, quote, shows that Google initially identified 5,723 devices as being in or near the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th riot. After 3 years, roughly 950 people have been arrested on J6-related charges, while the FBI says it's still looking for some 350 individuals. Again, that's compared to a roughly 5,700 device dragnet. The Justice Department has said somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 people entered the Capitol that day. ABC News claims 10,000 people were on Capitol grounds during this crucial 7-hour period. Back in 2021, Wired found, quote, 45 federal criminal cases that cited Google geolocation data to place suspects inside the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, including at least 6 where the identity of the suspect appears to have been unknown to the FBI prior to the Geofence warrant. Here's what the government's criminal complaint against Ryan says, quote, according to records obtained through a search warrant served on Google, a mobile device associated with phone number, that's Ryan's number, subscribed to by Ryan, was present at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. In this case, Google location data shows that a device associated with that number was within or around the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, between the time of 2:24 p.m. and 4:47 p.m. That's also, that's in addition, actually, to information that was gleaned from a search warrant served on Verizon. An acquaintance of Ryan's flagged him to law enforcement after his wife, Ryan's wife, posted on Facebook that he entered the Capitol. Court documents say Capitol Police found 2 knives and pepper spray on Ryan after putting plastic cuffs on him, but he was told to leave, and then someone later cut the cuffs off. Again, not a sympathetic case. Ryan's lawyer filed a motion to suppress evidence from the warrant, writing, quote, the Geofence warrant was an unconstitutional search that intruded upon Mr. Ryan's reasonable expectation of privacy in his Google data. This was a general warrant, fatally overbroad and devoid of particularity, and therefore impermissible under the Fourth Amendment. As a result, this court should suppress the results of the Geofence warrant, including all of the fruits thereof, so things obtained on the basis of the Geofence warrant. The government's response to that motion in defense of the warrant is instructive because it is so wrong. By the way, that motion to suppress was written by a public defender, as Michael Tracy has pointed out, and it's a pretty impressive overview of Fourth Amendment violations. Wired's report quoted University of Utah law professor Matthew Toxin, who explained when it comes to Geofence warrants, quote, some courts have said they are valid. Some have said they're overbroad and sweep up too many innocent people. We are still in the very early stages of this. In this case, though, Toxin said, unlike a Geofence warrant for a bank robbery, the people in this location are all likely to be engaged in at least a low-level criminal trespass, and in some cases worse, there's a stronger than usual probable cause argument in favor of the government here. Well, Wired then added a comment from American University professor Andrew Ferguson, who agreed with that assessment, but said, that worries me because the January 6 cases are going to be used to build a doctrine that will essentially enable police to find almost anyone with a cell phone or a smart device in ways that we as a society haven't quite grasped yet. That is going to undermine the work of journalists, it's going to undermine political dissenters, and it's going to harm women who are trying to get abortion services. So Toxin then expects appeals, he says, predicting Ryan's situation, quote, is going to be very high-level, high-profile case, likely to generate a major precedent out of the appeals court, if not the Supreme Court. Journalists also aren't super sympathetic these days, but say, like me, you were reporting on January 6th from the Capitol grounds, trying to document the truth of what happened while it was happening. The Geofence warrant may well have swept my information up along with information of other journalists. Perhaps that seems harmless. What could be done? Of course, when it comes to our powerful federal government, the mind actually reels with possibilities, but that's not even the point. The right to privacy is a fundamental pillar of every person's relationship with their government, and the boundaries of that right are being erased and blurred under our noses in real time. It's in the government's interest to do all of that erasing by setting precedent on cases related to unsympathetic, open and shut cases like Ryan's. But that's exactly when the rest of us should be on high alert.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Sagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.